Today I'm going to show you Xbalanque, the hidden Jaguar son. Xbalanque is an AD carry that can be played in the duo lane or the solo lane. The build is similar in both situations but can be varied based on the enemy team. The order of the skills are on the screen below. His passive is called Dead of Night, giving Xbalanque 5 physical power for every enemy god he kills. The passive stacks 6 times, permanently granting Xbalanque 30 physical power. His first ability is called Branch and Bowlers. Xbalanque's basic attack deals extra damage when this ability is active, and also splits up when a target is hit, dealing reduced damage to other targets behind it. Each basic attack used when this ability is active uses mana. His second ability is called Poison Darts. Xbalanque fires poison darts in a cone in front of him, applying a slow and a damage over time. His third ability is called Rising Jaguar. Xbalanque rushes forward, shooting darts at all the enemies within his range, also dealing 20% extra damage to poison targets. His ultimate is called Darkest of Nights. Xbalanque shrouds his enemies in darkness. During the duration of this ability, Xbalanque moves faster and has a longer basic attack range. At the end of this ability, all enemies caught moving will receive a 1-second stun. The start build I recommend for Xbalanque is Death Toll, Boots 1 and Physical Power Pot. I recommend going back only when you have 1950 gold to finish a Heartseeker outright. The Heartseeker is a pure damage item that gives you 25 physical power plus 50 physical power from stacks. Note, you will lose half the stacks when you're killed. Assi is an item that allows Xbalanque to trade in lane with an enemy AD carry, giving you 15% physical lifesteal, 30% attack speed and 15% physical penetration. On that note, when you drop below 35% health, you will gain an additional 25% more physical lifesteal for 5 seconds. The Executioner is a penetration item. This item reduces physical protection of the enemies by 7%. This effect can be applied by basic attacks and can be applied 3 times, reducing the protection of the enemy by up to 21%. On top of that, this item gives you 30 physical power and 20% attack speed. Malice is the item that gives you extra damage. Thanks to the 40% critical strike chance from this item, on top of that it gives you an extra 25 physical power and 9% attack speed. Another item that can be considered core for Xbalanque is the Deathbringer, but the time you build this item varies from game to game. The Deathbringer gives you 50 physical power, 20 critical strike chance and extra damage on each critical hit. I recommend you build this item once you complete the other ones, and after you sell the Death Toll. In case you don't really need the lifesteal from Assi, or you're dealing with a team with stacked physical protection, I recommend you sell the Assi and build a Titan's Bane. Titan's Bane is a pure penetration item, giving you 33% penetration and 30 physical power. As an AD carry, you don't really need to build defensive items, but in the case in which you deal with a team that has more than one assassin, I recommend you replace the Assi with a Focus Void Blade. Focus Void Blade gives you 50 physical protection, 25 physical power and 25 physical penetration. Xbalanque is very potent in lane versus Artemis, Onher, Amuzangab and Apollo. Neith and Cupid can be tricky, as those two can ignore Xbalanque's poke thanks to their built-in heals that they have. Odin can be a hard counter to Xbalanque thanks to his ultimate, as Rising Jaguar does not allow Xbalanque to jump out of Odin's ring of spears, making you become a sitting duck. I recommend you build Combat Blink in case you deal with an Odin. Xbalanque can be very useful in a team thanks to his global ultimate and the high damage he outputs. He can be very annoying in lane thanks to his poke from his poison darts and Rising Jaguar combo. You have to understand it's impossible to recommend a build that will work for every game, and the potential of a god is based on the skill of the player. I recommend you use my build and let me know what your results you've had. That being said, I invite you to leave a comment with the gods that you would like to see in the next video. Other than that, you can come and see me play any god at twitch.tv/RistyUK, and I'll see you guys there. Have fun.